Mm. Man, if you can see me, press 1. And if you can hear me, press 2. Greetings, greetings, greetings. What's up, y'all? What's up? If you can see me, press 1. And if you can hear me, press 2. And if everything is great on your end and it looks good on my end, and if it's top shelf or nothing, you already know what it is we're going to do. What's good, y'all? Man, it's a pleasure. It's an honor. It's a pleasure and it's an honor to be here because you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here right now. And I could be anywhere in the world, but I'm here right now. We're here together and we are coming and fellowshipping together for one reason and one reason only. And that is to build and vibe and grow in the spirit of personal development. Self-improvement is the only improvement, y'all. There's nothing left. We done tried the church, we done tried support groups. We tried going crazy. We tried drugs. We tried boyfriends, girlfriends. We tried the bar. We tried the club. We tried a new look, and all that's cool. But the only thing left, the final frontier, y'all, is personal development. There is nothing else. So you are at the right place at the right time. This is the number one home for personal development. This is ministry for the abstract mind. And this is a safe space for everybody out there that has an out the box philosophy. Men, women, boys and girls, young and old. I don't care who you're dating. You still need personal development. The rich man needs personal development. The poor man needs personal development. Y'all, I got some great news. Personal development is for everybody. Doesn't matter where you at in your life. Personal development is for everybody. I want to do a quick roll call real quick so I know who's out there in cyberland. Where y'all from? Who we got in the building so I can acknowledge you, love on you real quick, because without you being here, I don't know what I would be doing, right? So this is just not a me thing. This is a us thing. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all. So where y'all from, man? Where y'all at in the world? You vacationing? You in the telly? You creeping? Sneaky linking? It's all good. The secrets are here safe with me. Where y'all at? No judgment, no shade, yo. Man, we got let me see. We got Delaware in the building. What's good? All right, all right. All right. We got Cali in the building. We got Nola in the building. The DMV is definitely in the building. What's happening? All right, we got Mississippi in the building. Right, I love this because everybody's from everywhere. We got Toronto in the building. We got let me see, another Cali in the building. We got Boston in the building. Star. Right, we got Houston in the building. What's good? We got let me see. Man, that's what's up. We got Velma from Hampton. What's happening? Velma from Hampton. What's good? We got Tracy from Kansas. All right, what's up with it? We got Karen from Pittsburgh. What it do? We got the homie Arnell from Connecticut. Man, we got a little bit from everywhere. That's what it do. All right, we got Ellery from Maryland. What it do? Couple DMVs in the building. We got Sacktown in the building. That's what's up, y'all. That's what's up, y'all. Could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with the fam. That's what's up. We got Detroit is in the building. Okay, okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for letting me in your business. Let me know where y'all at in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm here in AZ, sweating my ass off, but it's all good. If you got babies, please keep your babies close. Keep them close. Now more than ever. Walk with them through this life thing. If I don't care if they're married, I don't care if they got children, that's still your baby. So walk with them. You know what I mean? Your role in their life is going to change depending on the season. Accept the role because the babies are the Messiah. They come here to teach us. They come here to hold a mirror in front of us so we can see ourselves. So shout out to your babies. And if you have someone in your life that's loving on you, yo, whew, be patient with them. Shout out to you with the 9.99, with the 99 cent on the check-in. I take twos and fews. I ain't too proud. So shout out to you with the 99 on the super chat. I appreciate you. So yes, please keep your babies close. I have a book of the day, and my book of the day is actually going to help me with my topic, because we're going to start another series, y'all. You know, we had the 10 laws of accountability, and a lot of people really enjoyed that. A lot of people have used the 10 laws of accountability in their life to make upgrades. So we're going to start another series. So my book of the day actually represents the series that we are going to start. So I scour around the internet, I see what everybody's talking about, and I see what everybody's not talking about. So where we're going to go is in the direction of where people are not talking about. Okay. So my book of the day, and I swear I've sold thousands of copies of this book because I recommended it so many times. My book of the day is the Kybalion. My book of the day is the Kybalion, because our topic today is unlocking the secrets. All is mind in the mental universe. All is mind. Even when things look like they're separate, they are the same. We like to compartmentalize or box things in and separate things so we can understand them and try to study them, but all things are one. We are in a mind. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care if you're married. I don't care what you look like. If you are not in mind, you are losing. There is nothing else. You don't have a man problem. You don't have a woman problem. You don't have a money problem. You don't have a health problem. You have a mind issue. That's all you are, is mind. So our conversation today is going to help you return to where you're really from. You are mind having a human experience. Okay? So, as Bobby Hemmett teaches us, you have to hop on the phone and make a call to your own ass and wake yourself up. You are asleep, right? This is not real, right? It's not real. It seems real. And you are an actor in the movie. Not only are you an actor, you're the director. Not only are you the director, it's a script, right? It's a projection. That husband you have is a mental projection. That woman you have, your children, when you look in the mirror, it's a mental projection. It's not real, but it is. But it ain't though. But then again, it is. So it's everything and nothing at the same time. Okay? It's everything and nothing at the same time. You are, but you aren't at the same time. Every breath you take fills you up with life, but you are dying at the same time. You are and aren't at the same time. You are up and down at the same time. You're going left and you're going right at the same time. You're okay and you're not at the same time. Okay? So that is our topic today. We're going to talk about the fall of man. We're going to talk about understanding the planes of existence. We're going to talk about actor, director, film, and script. And we're going to talk about inside the all-knowing mind. Okay? So that is our book of the day. It is the Kybalion, and we will read from it so we have a firm understanding, because we're going to deal with the first law, which is mentalism. Mentalism. Good question. And I'm answering questions today too. So we're going to slow grind in, take our time. How do we learn the art of balance? Balance is tricky because you're going to have to accept some things you don't like about yourself. The things that you want to get rid of, the things that you're shameful of, It's things that are actually balance you out. Your porn category that you don't want no one to see. I know it makes us feel a little weird, but you like that, right? You like that. And you actually need that to balance out that humanitarian side of you, that kind-hearted side of you. A lot of times people don't understand how things that are extreme opposites can coexist at the same time. The guy Kiki Palmer's dude said, "You look at your outfit, you're a mom. You're a mom." In that world, in his world, he can't fathom how she can be doing that and be a mom at the same time. What does it have to do with each other? Right? People think they're overlap. Oh, because you're a mom, this is what you need to wear, right? And this is what you need to be doing, or you're a father, or you're a wife, or you're a husband. We have these ideals and we don't understand how things begin to shade into each other. So balance is a very difficult thing because you have to be honest about who you are. Your extreme left and extreme right have to coincide at the same time. We always talk about low vibrational this. Oh, that's a low vibrational plate right there. Let me tell you something. Everything you enjoy about this planet is low vibrational. You eat cows, you eat chickens, you have sex. That's all low vibrational, right? So we use the low vibrational term to try to have like a status above someone else, like, you know, they're on some higher level thinking. Let me tell you something. Being on the planet is low vibrational because we are in the physical realm where things move extremely slow, right? It's a predator planet where things are eating each other. We are using the bathroom. Our breath be stinking. This animal's killing that animal. Humans are preying on each other, right? Listen, low vibration, high vibration. Low doesn't mean negative, and high does not mean positive. Low vibration doesn't mean bad, and high vibration doesn't mean good. Just like hot and cold are not bad or good, they are degrees. High vibration, low vibration are just different degrees. That's all they are. What we do is we personify things and we want to associate different meanings for them for our own made up morality in our minds. So we think that low vibration is negative and we believe high vibration is positive or good. It doesn't work like that, right? Listen, you need all of them, right? You need everything. That's how you balance. So when you balance your extreme parts of yourself, you wind up coming back to the middle, right? And you just have an ebb and flow through your extremes. But the key is to not judge yourself. The key is to get out of your head, because many of us have carried over uh, religious ideals into our new age journey. We have carried over this heaven and hell concept, God and the devil concept into our new age philosophies or new age thinking. But even the God and the devil are extremes. They need each other to exist, but it's only poles though. It's only poles, it's degrees. So stop seeing the world in bad or good, see it in degrees. You don't want to have too much over here and less over here, and you don't want to have too much over here and less over here. You want all things to have equal distribution, balance. You don't want to be too good and you don't want to be too bad. You just want to be and make your behavior situational. Depending on what's going on, that's your response to it, right? Stay in the middle. You're going to tip a little over here, and then you come back to the middle. And you're going to tip a little over here, and then you're going to come back. Do not go too far left. Do not go too far right, right? That's how you balance. But you have to be honest, though, right? And that is a super difficult thing because that we have a lot of shame. we have a lot of shame, right? The best internet platforms are scaled because of people's internal shame that they have, right? And they have not dealt with the shame and the guilt that they have with themselves. So they make characters outside. So we'll talk about that in a second, because that deals with actors and the stage, and there's an outside force, there's some type of enemy. You know what I mean? There is no enemy outside. The enemy is always within us. But before I move on, I want to tell the people that are my members, the 12th, which is Wednesday, we're also going to start another series that's for the members. And we're going to start a series called The Wounded Healer. Okay? The Wounded Healer. So that'll be for my members. And you already know how we do. It's been a second since we did that, something like that. But we'll start that it'll be 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for my members. And we're going to start a series called The Wounded Healer. And what the Wounded Healer is, you, right? How are you so wounded, but yet you're a healer at the same time? How do you have these mother wounds and these father wounds, but you have this task to unlock other people, right? And what the psychology is of the wounded healer, how oftentimes the wounded healer believes if you help and you free all these people, somehow you're going to get free. And it don't happen like that. So it's many of you that have assisted so many people, whether that's books, money, your body, your time and your attention. You have given people your resources, and you thought that by you doing that, that was somehow going to unlock something in you. And you are right back where you started at, right? So the wounded healer has a psychology to it. I suffer from the wounded healer psychology because I unlocked a lot of people, but at the same time, it was at my own expense. While I was unlocking, I was suffering, and I was giving people things I needed. What I was working on people with, I needed that. I needed that intimacy with myself. So Wednesday the 12th, for my members, if you're on YouTube, all you got to do is just press join. And if you're on Facebook, you just press join. And that'll be a private conversation. So we'll have two series going on, one for general public, and then we'll have another series going on, those for the members. And we're going to rock out that for a couple weeks. And we'll share some ideals regarding that, because it's not a bad thing to be a healer. Right, it's not a bad thing to be a healer, but when you are healing when you are healing others as the wounded healer, you don't even know that your cut is still open. You're right, your cut is still open. You're scabbing up. So while you are bandaging everybody, like your cut is turning gangrene, and that's story of my life of trying to heal and unlock something in others. And I'm really talking to myself, but I don't have the courage to use the words that I'm giving for myself. Okay, so that's Wednesday the 12th, and if you want to be a part of that, go ahead and press join. If not, that's fine. That'll be for specific people. You'll just follow along with our kybalion series. So our topic for today is all is mind. All is mind. Okay. Now, before I get into the work, we have to take it from the top, right? Because today we are talking about mentalism, right? Mentalism. All is mind. Forgive me if the words come up a little small on your screen, but I just want you to read along if you can. All right. So these are the 7 Hermetic principles. I'm not going to do a breakdown of what the Hermetic teachings is and or what the Hermetic philosophy is as a whole, or who is Hermes Trismegistus. That's another story. Okay. So we're just going to get into the kybalion. So the 7 principles of Hermeticism are the principles of mentalism, the principles of correspondence, the principles of vibration, the principle of polarity, the principle of rhythm, the principle of cause and effect, and the principle of gender. Okay? Today we're focused on the first principle, which is the principle of mentalism. Okay? If you can hear me good, press 1. Matter of fact, press 7. If you can hear me good, press 7. Okay? Today we are focused on the first principle, which is the principle of mentalism. And if you can hear me good, press 7. All right. All is mind. The universe is mental. The principle embodies the truth that all is mind. It explains that the all, which is the substantial reality underlying all the outward manifestations and appearances, which we know under the terms of the material universe, the phenomena of life, matter, energy, and in short, all that is apparent to our material senses is spirit, which in itself is unknowable and undefinable, but which may be considered and thought of as an universal, infinite living mind. It also explains that all the phenomenal world or universe is simply a mental creation of the all, subject to the laws of created things, and that the universe as a whole and its parts or units has its existence in the mind of the all, in which mind we live and move and have our being. This principle, by establishing the mental nature of the universe, easily explains all of the varied mental and psychic phenomena that occupy such a large portion of the public attention, and which, without such explanation, hold on, let me just turn the page. Without such explanation, are non-understandable and defy scientific treatment. As understanding of this great hermetic principle of mentalism enables the individual to readily grasp the laws of the mental universe and to apply the same to his well-being and advancement. The hermetic student is enabled to apply intelligently the great mental laws instead of using them in a haphazard manner. With the master key in his possession, the student may unlock the many doors of the mental and psychic temple of knowledge and enter the same freely and intelligently. This principle explains that the true nature of energy, power, and matter, and how all these are subordinate to the mystery of mind. One of the old Hermetic masters wrote long ages ago, "He who grasps the truth of the mental nature of the universe is well advanced on the pathway to mastery." And these words are so true today as the time they were first written. Without this master key, mastery is impossible, and the student knocks in vain at the doors of the temple. Now, let me tell you something that's interesting about when we read things like the Kybalion. This kind of knowledge wasn't available to you and I in previous generations or time periods, right? You had to go through initiations to learn the nature of the universe, right? So, when we are dealing with the all, it does not have no feelings. It does not love you. It does not care about what you're doing. It only responds to natural laws. It only responds to things, friction. We have to do something, and then we see a response of things that's already baked in nature. Throughout generations, you've always had prophets. You've always had people that had what's the word for it? Visions, that they have a message and they've been sent to do a specific work. The all does not send people to do anything because the all has no needs. Think about this. In religion, you may hear people say, God wants. The all doesn't have any wants. It's complete. It's not missing anything. It does not need you to do a work for it because it is the all. The sun does not need you. The moon does not need you. This great supernatural thing that you call the Father does not need you to build a church. For what? It does not need you to pray to it. For what? Because it's not missing anything. Okay? So be very cautious of people that say that they have a word from the unseen and they have been chosen to do a specific word. That idea is only in their head because the all does not need us to do anything for it. It's not missing anything. It's the all. That's the all. The trees, the ocean, humans, animals is the all. When you're looking up and you think you see a universe, it's all one thing and it doesn't have any wants or desires or needs. It's not asking people to be prophets and prophetess. It doesn't need you to come deliver anybody. That is you or that charismatic figure needing meaning, right? Oh, the Lord told me to tell you something, man, right? That's just a human. That is just a man. That is just a woman. The all isn't missing anything. Not only is the all not missing anything, you are not missing anything because you are the all. I can prove that you are the all. But first, I'm going to need you to upgrade your perspective on what you think existence and life is. You view the world from the physical plane, so you see things in limitations. You base things on our physical abilities. But when I'm telling you that you are the all, I'm not talking about how you look. I am talking about you have something in you that is bigger than what you think it is. You have a lot of energy in here. So let's just look at the power of the all. So I want you to notice how you feel right now and be honest. If you're a little sluggish, if you have a little bit of anxiety, if you're unsure about yourself, right? Notice how you feel, right? Now notice the power of the all, because how you feel right now, you're about to feel different a minute from now just by recognizing the all. So recognizing yourself. Knowledge of self is knowledge of the all. Knowledge of the all is knowledge of what? Your breath. Okay? So notice how you feel right now. Now, here's my proof to you that you are the all, and the all is inside of you, and it is all knowing, all powerful, and and you're not missing anything. And if you tap into the all, you can change how you feel about anything going on in your life at any time. All we have to do is breathe different. So let's recognize the all, right? Notice how you're feeling. We'll start with very simple breaths. Let's take a deep breath together as a group. When I count to 3, I want you to inhale as much as you can and then exhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3. Three more. 1, 2, 3. Flow with it. 1, 2, 3. Keep your mouth real tight. Right? Man, look how you feel now. Right? Look how you feel now. Right? Just off the breath. Just off the breath. Right? Now that's just deep breaths and exhaling through the nose. Right? So now we're going to do another set of breathing, but this time we are going to just follow me. So you're going to do this 10 times. So you're going to do that. And then on the 10th time, you're going to take a breath in. Hold it for 3 seconds and then release through your nose, right? As much as and you want to breathe in and breathe out as much air as you can. So you're going to take those short breaths 10 times, and on the 10th you breathe in as much oxygen you can, and then you hold and then you release. So we're going to do that 3 times, right? 3 sets of those. So it'll be 30 breaths, right? And what you're going to notice is that you feel different than you did a couple minutes ago before we started. All right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. When you're done, I want you to tell me how you feel and be honest how you feel. If you don't feel no different, if anybody doesn't feel any different, then we'll do it together again with you, right? We all want to have the same experience right now. So, how I felt right now, I felt like a tingling sensation. I felt very loose. Uh, even, you know, what I was thinking before. I have a better sense of what I want to do. I feel a state of calm. I feel like, whoever is in the chat watching from the cloud, feel like we know each other, right? What we were doing is having a conversation with the unlimited or the great mystery or the master or the holy of holies or what many of you call God, right? Okay. So, everyone, we're going to, if you will, with me, we're going to, one second. We're going to do this one more time if you can, because one of our regulars, one of our Coin Gang family request us to, right? So please, if you will, even if you feel great right now, right? Because I want us to all be flowing at the same time on the same thing, right? So we're going to do this with our beloved Mary, right? So we're going to do one more set, right? So Mary, you do it with us. So just know you got a bunch of supporters with you, and we're all doing the same thing at the same time, right? So you ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna wait for confirmation from Mary to let us know, how she feels. Is there anyone else that just needs some extra breathing right? And please root for Mary. You never know what she's going through, right? And it's free to breathe. You know what I mean? You don't need ego when it comes to your breathing. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel? Now, peep this. If you have money problems, if you got things going on with your partner, if you have just any anxiety, the problem is not going to go away, but your approach can be different. All you have to do is breathe different. All right, shout out. All right. Much energy to you, Mary. We got you, love. That's what we do over here. Right? So what you felt is the awe. Right? What you felt is the awe. It's the awe. That's what you felt. What you've been thinking about, and conceptually, what you call God or Allah, Jesus, is inside of you. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's inside. Go beyond the physical. Go beyond your face. Go beyond your height. Go beyond your limitations of if you can run fast or you can jump high. This is the awe. This is the awe, right? No one can give you power. No one can give you anything because you already got it. You was born with it, and that thing is connected to everything. Your ancestors is anything that has been on the planet. It is the blades of grass. It is the sharks. It is every human that has been here. It is the rain. It is the ocean. It is the sand. There is no disconnect from you and everything else. Now, the key is, or what we call the enemy or the shaitan or the devil or the adversary, is to keep you stuck in a human experience away from your natural home, which is everything. I know that even myself, I can be elitist at times. You know what I'm saying? I can say I'm in the me business, not the we business. I could say fuck these niggas and all that. That is a response, right? Because of how the world is, right? So I can't show up all loving. I can't show up with my arms wide open trying to embrace everybody because that's just not the nature of the world. But I know that I'm connected to every human on the planet because of that right there. I know that, right? I know that I'm connected to the people that I don't even want to be affiliated with. Even me and the Illuminati, the people that doing adrenochrome, the people in Bohemian Grove, the Committee of 300, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group. I am one with them too. I am one with the homeless man. I am one with the person living in the castle. I am one with the people that have hurt me very, very, very deeply. I'm one with the people that I also have hurt too, right? We are all one because we are all in the mind of the all. So me saying I'm in the me business, not the we business, is a response, right? It's a response to the things that are going on in the planet. So I have to protect myself by creating a boundary away from people that I think are crazy as hell. But at the end of the day, I know that the crazy that I'm looking at, I am looking at a reflection of myself. There is nothing outside that is not in me. Whatever wicked shit that I judge and I point my finger, I know that there's something in me on a primal level. I could be that too, right? So I have to fight every day for the control of my mind because everything out here is also in me. Everything out there is also in you. Be careful with your judgments. Be careful with your finger pointing because what you're looking at and who you're talking to about how you would never and this, that, and the third and the hell that you put others in Whatever human behavior that you see, no matter how twisted and sick it is also in your psyche too. So what you do is you stay on a certain vibe or degree so it doesn't access, right? But we're all one. We are all one. Now, the fall of man, and when I say man, I mean energy. Right? So it's all things. It doesn't mean me. It's everything. The fall of man is being here, period. Just opening up your eyes, you are in hell. You have fell from somewhere, but you have chosen to be here for a specific reason. And most likely it has everything to do with labels, titles, and names. Your connection to those things, your label, your title, your name, it's all based on desire. There's a space and time where you did this before, and you're here right now because of your connection to your labels, titles, and name. If you don't want to do this life thing anymore and you want to transition, then you have to let go of the labels, titles, and names. CEO means absolutely nothing. Even your name means absolutely nothing, because that's not what you are. When you did this, the breath doesn't know that's your name. The ocean doesn't know that's your name. You jump out of an airplane with no parachute. Yo, the force that's pulling you down doesn't care what your name is. Keisha, Tanya, Melinda, Michael, Joseph, that doesn't matter. Your title doesn't matter. Your label, Republican, Democrat, LGBT, it don't matter, right? And the reason why many people get caught in the life and death cycle of reincarnation and regeneration is because of the connection and the desire connected to your labels, titles, and your name. So the secret here, because I'm not telling you to burn everything down, what I'm telling you is that you can be here and not be here at the same time. When I wake up every morning, I wake up being totally fine if the whole earth exploded. I'm okay. But if it don't, cool, I'll continue my day, right? I'm totally fine if all of this ends. I don't have a connection to it, but I do, right? So this is not all of just get so out there that you don't take a shower and you don't brush your teeth. No, you can still show up to be human, right? You can still take care of your hygiene. You can still be a good partner, but at the same time, you can have your feet elsewhere, and and your feet can be in the unseen. So you can be here and not here. You have to learn how to be everything and nothing at the same time. Now, what does that look like in real time? Everything and nothing at the same time. Y'all need to start practicing your nothing in your relationships. Y'all are too attached. Y'all are too attached with the behavior of other people, trying to control others, trying to make sure everybody reads what you read, trying to make sure everybody is awake, trying to make sure when you learn a new ideal or philosophy that everybody at your job knows it too. Listen, man, listen. Even your husband and your wife, they not yours. They aren't yours. You are sharing time with each other, right? Many people have returned back to this planet because they got cheated on in the last life, the previous life that they lived. So they need to come back so they can feel like what it's like to be the number one in somebody's life. So you're gonna go through hell just so you can feel what it's like for somebody to make you number one, only to find out that that new partner you have is human too. and the same thing happens, and then you die, and then you come back, and or you never got the promotion that you wanted in your last life. So when you died, you had all of this stuff on your mind, and you came back hoping that you could be the CEO, or you might want to take it a step further. You might come back so you can. So now it's your turn for black people to be on top of white people. You came back for vengeance. You came back for revenge. You came back because when you died, you was the ugly duckling. And now you want to come back in a beautiful body. And so you can have your moment. All of that is vexation of spirit, yo. It's all vexation of spirit. It doesn't even matter. Right? Your connection to labels, titles, and name, your desire keeps you here. Right? It actually keeps you away from the awe because it keeps you in fight or flight all the time. What's my man doing? What's my husband doing? Right? You're trying to hold on to things that ain't meant to be controlled. Right? You even have to release your babies. Right? You can be right there with them all the way, but it ain't yours. Your man ain't yours. That woman ain't yours. You really think that body part she has between her legs is yours? Cool. If she passes away, how come you don't jump in the casket? Why you don't follow the body into the ground? You need that ideal to feel meaning in life, because life is so tricky. Believe me, it is. I know it is. It's so unpredictable. You want the comfort of knowing that, oh, that's my man and that's my woman. And for those that are on that, if that resonates with you, this is not the ministry for you. It's not. And no shade to you. You should stay exactly where you at, right? I am talking about the art of everything and nothing at the same time, right? How you can be jealous but not care at the same time. How you can be madly in love with somebody but understand that they're human and they have autonomy and they can leave if they want. And it's no shade, right? And you allow them to choose how they want to be with you, right? Because your main goal is to come here to experience life. Y'all are trying to control so many things that you're forgetting to experience your children. You're too busy trying to shape their world and control everything about them that you're forgetting to experience them. And then you look up and then they're out your house and grown. And now you're begging them to come back and spend some time with you. You're so busy trying to teach them your music. You're so busy trying to teach them your religion. You're not even asking them what they think about life. You're not even giving them the aux cord to see what kind of stuff they like. You're too busy giving your opinion about their stuff. And they didn't even ask you. Oh, that ain't real music. Yes, something is wrong with them. You keep telling them that there's something wrong with their world. Isn't that what the people said to you? And you know how you acted when they told you this, right? You know how you rebelled when people, the elders, when they dissed your rap albums that you love, when they dissed your posters on your wall and said it wasn't real music, when Diddy was sampling all that shit and elders was saying, man, he's stealing music, sampling, that ain't real, and they turned your shit off and put on Earth, Wind, and Fire, you knew in your head that you was never going to share nothing with them ever again. What's the difference between you and your children? You're doing exactly what you hated to your babies. You are standing in the way of their growth just so you can try to hold on. But if you really want to hold on to your children, let them go. If you really want to hold on to your husband, let him go. If you really want to hold on to your man or your wife, let her go. Let's take a breath real quick. So we're just going to take a deep breath, right? Because you got to trigger through that. And if you didn't hear that right the right way, then that means you're breathing wrong. You're in fight or flight, because the only thing you could think of when I'm saying this is fear. But I promise you, there's nothing to fear, right? They have lied to you and made you afraid of the world. Fear, right? So let's just take a breath real quick. 1, 2, 3, deep. We're going to do it again. And this time, hold it and count to 5. And what you should notice is that you are getting more air. You're getting more life, right? 1, 2, 3. Since we're talking about experience and even being here, don't focus on what you agree with or not, right? Don't focus on if I say a word wrong or a cuss word comes out. Experience what it's like to be here right now. Be where your feet are. Experiences, right? Don't look at me as damn brother this. Nah, none of that. Don't take your mind there. Don't worry about how I look, right? Experience this right now and just imagine that there's other people just in it like you are at the same time, you know? And all of this energy is just, you can grab it, just experience what it's like to be here, right? Like experience your fingers, your hair, your nose, you know what I'm saying? Your feet, back. What does everything feel like right now? Right? Because that's why you fell, to experience what it's like to be alive, because the physical state is a very low state, right? It's a very low state. It has a lot of pain in it, right? But you're here. And you're here because of titles, names, and labels. But you're also here to, what is it like to be alive? If someone asks you, what is it like to be alive? How can you explain that? What would you say? Right? If someone says, can you describe being alive? Like, what would you say? Would you only include times where you're orgasm? Would you only include your favorite food? Or would you also include mourning? Hmm? Would you include times where you were embarrassed, humiliated? Would you talk about times where you were in error, in violation, right? Where would you include times where you knew nothing at all and you felt so dumb? Would you talk about how you're really uncomfortable posting selfies without a filter? Would you say that? Would you talk about that you really got married for your kids and you don't know what it looks like when your kids are grown? Yo, that's okay. that's It's okay, yo. It's just your turn to go through it, but it's fine, right? You're not the woman you were when you first had your kids. You're different, right? That was 20 years ago. You're not the man that you were when you had your children. You're different. That was 20 years ago. You've been through so much. Is it a failure if when you get all your kids independent and you look at your partner and you say, we did it, but I think it's time for me personally to go my own direction? Is that a failure? Or would you stay in it because your relationship is connected to the church, or fraternal organization, or the family, right? Right? These human things that we don't want to talk about, right? What about aging? If you're a woman, would if someone asked you what it's like to be alive, would you talk about your aging process? How people told you it's all about your beauty, and now you're starting to see grays, right? You're starting to see grays, right? And you're starting to see younger women, right? And they look different. Are you okay with the transition? Right? Or you're a guy and used to be super athletic, and you see these young boys getting drafted and they bouncing out the gym, and you going upstairs and your knees is cracking. If someone asked you to be alive, would you say all these things? And would you be honest and say, I don't know what the next 20 years looks like in my life. What am I going to do at 60? What am I going to do at 70? Right? Or have you allowed people to put the fear in you of you're going to die alone if you don't get married, because that's the end all to be all? Right? No one ever considered that you can be with people and alone at the same time. You can be married and single at the same time, right? Just get married, solves everything. That's script, y'all. Right? That's script. So the fall of man, when you come here, right, you choose to be here, right? But when you come here, there's this script. And that script is very tricky, because the people that have you read the script are people that you trust. Your mom gives it to you. Your father gives it to you. Your peers. They tell you by 30 your life should look like this. And your relationship should look like this. I mean, look at what's going on. We can use something that everyone's paying attention to. Oh, Keke Palmer. Oh, she ain't supposed to do that. Script. No, when you with somebody, you need your man and all. Script. Right? Everyone has been taught a script about, hey, you should behave like this. No one knows if it works or not, though. We just do it, right? And a lot of it is peer pressure and tribal shaming, right? But it's script, though. You need to get married young. And when you're married, you're supposed to stay married for the rest of your life. And body count and this is all script, right? And you are the actor, though, right? You're the actor. Now, a real great performer writes their own script. So now you are the actor acting out a script that you wrote, right? Now you become the director, right? You're the director of the movie. Now you are responsible for who's in it, right? See, a lot of times being here, you never assume any of the roles. You don't even understand that you're the actor. Like, you ever play Mario Brothers? That's you. You ever play Zelda? That's you. You ever play those games where the person is going to the level, through the levels? Okay, let me give it to you another way. When you read the Bible, you make the mistake of thinking that's other people. So when you look at David and it's like, yeah, go David, that's you. When you look at Jonah, you getting off on another person's story. That's you. Noah, that's you. Jesus, that's you. The ideal is not for you to look into it and see other people. You look into it and you see yourself. How is it relatable to you because it went to other people? How do you feel that story when you have David and Goliath situations every single day? How you gonna pay a light bill? You got a sick child. You got Goliath situations happening, and all you have is this dollar, and you don't know how you're gonna make it. Or you're in the fish's mouth. Your electricity has been cut off for 3 days. Your car go down for 3 days, and boom, you back like you never left. That's you. Cool. You are the actor. Now, you're the actor in this movie. Because look at how you're looking through life, yo. You're looking from here. So you are actually playing in the Sims game, yo. Okay. The problem is you're acting out a script that you didn't write for yourself. You have not decided if marriage is for you. If it is for you, what does it look like? Are you monogamous? Are you not? That's a serious question. And why though? And it just can't be I'm not monogamous because I'm not designed to live or I'm not designed to be with one person. Okay, can you give me a little more philosophy? Okay, what does it mean to be with other people? And you can't just also say that, I'm monogamous because I don't want to share nobody. You got to give me more. Why is it that you only want to experience one person? It's both sides. Give me the full spectrum. Don't give me fight or flight. Don't give me what you think the script is supposed to say. Right? Give me the full thing. Right? So the fall of man is coming into these labels, these names, these titles, and then you're in this movie, you're the director, the script, right? All these things, right? If you don't take over the script, then you're never going to come to the all. You're never going to return to mind, right? Because the script will have you thinking that this is all you are, this human, and that's it. And you get caught every day in human bullshit. Every single day is something else. Yeah, look over here, and they're distracting you in Umar Johnson's school, and I don't care. And black people and white people and you ever been in a plane, right? And you just open the window and you look down and you notice all of the shit that we swear is important. How come you can't see it from there? You don't see no white people, no black people. You don't see feminism. You don't see patriarchy. You don't see nothing, right? You don't see the systems. You're above it, right? So that's how you know that all of these systems, they're supposed to be here. Because if they weren't, they wouldn't, right? The planet knows it's here. They're supposed to be here for you. Let me tell you what I mean by that. The systems, if you can push past it mentally, will give you a greater reward on your investment because it's supposed to be hard. It's knowledge of self. It wouldn't be knowledge of self if there was no patriarchy, if there was no communism, if there was no capitalism. It's designed like that for a reason, for the great ones to achieve something others can't. Very skilled and smart people created this to keep the swine swine. And if you rise above, you are one of the gods. You are one of the great ones. No, this is never not going to be a system because the knowledge of self journey is not for everybody. Because at the same time, there is forces that need the souls of man and the spirits of man to keep doing this over. It's not your job to try to stop those systems. You will always lose. You don't stop the system. You rise above. You let those that are caught in that cycle stay there. It's not your job. It's not your job. You have to know the rules of this shit. The demiurges or the lesser forces or the different degrees of bad, good, devil, they have their role. That's the thing about the all. The all is everything. The all is not good and the all is not bad. The all is everything, right? So the all is a devil. The all is evil. The all is deviant. And you can't stop it. It's not your job to come fix the world. It is your job to return back home. Now, can you do it with patriarchy, with feminism, with capitalism, with rumors of war, with famine, with depression, with inflation? Can you still stay balanced? Right? That's the secret on how to get out this shit. Stop asking for it to stop and deal with it. It's not men, it's not women, it's the all. But on a deeper level, it's yourself. It's your own amusement park. It's your own dream world. You're crying about an enemy that is you. The men that are hurting you are you. Right? Let me take it a step further. The most horrific things that have ever happened into your life and your loved ones, that's you. It is a mental projection of your own school. My mother had a boyfriend, and she made the mistake of doing what a lot of parents do. And you let people go in the room and shut the door. So, because I got to bring it home real quick, so I got to start with me. Because I know what I just said is like, oh my God. Yeah, all right. So, in 3D, in regular world, oh, Ken, you're victim blaming. Cool. Put that over here. In this world, in the laws of accountability, everywhere you at, there you are. Everything is my fault. We go a different direction. So my mom's boyfriend has a son. He's older than me. I can't remember how, right? But he's introducing me to some things, right? Okay. I'll stop there. That was me, right? Now, the things that I was introduced to and the bullshit and the horror, the school that I was putting myself through is the reason why I'm here now. Did it make me confused? Yeah. Did it make me hurt? Yeah. Did I like the memories? No. Right? I wasn't taught how to look at my experience from an occult perspective, right? Only from a 3D perspective. Bad kid, bad mama, don't shut the door. Life is happening to me. Wait a minute, I asked to be here. Hold on. All of y'all get out my way. Right? All of y'all get out my way and chop. This is my story. The good, the bad, the ugly. I am part of the all. Whatever I went through is just my turn. You're not going to make me out to be somebody's victim, somebody's nigger, somebody's black man, somebody's... None of that. None of that. It's just my turn. Period. Taking the power back from everybody. From you, from you, from you. No, No. Did it hurt? Yup. Right? I asked to be here. I'm part of the all. I'm part of the mind of everything, right? No one sheds a tear when a wildebeest gives birth, and the moment the calf comes out, it gets snatched up by a leopard or snatched up by a lion. No one bats an eye. You drive by roadkill every day. No one bats an eye. You eat cows and chickens. That's life, right? They're dead, right? Do you know how they died? You eat eggs. That's a baby chick. You don't bat an eye. But when something happens to you, oh my God. Oh no. Oh. Where do you think the fish sandwich comes from? It was once real. Who told you that it was you had dominion over the planet where you could just eat everything? Right? That was somebody's child that you're eating, but you don't look at it like that though, right? So when somebody put their hands on you, when somebody does something to you, now it's serious though. But when something happens in nature though, it's all good. Nope, it's all one thing. You ain't no different. You ain't no better than nature. You ain't no different than the cows, the snakes, the pigeons. You ain't no different. And you have no feelings when you step on an ant in your crib. But when somebody does something to your child, now it's some higher meaning. And the Lord don't make no mistakes. But your ass is eating chickens, hot and mild sauce, all that shit, licking your fingers. That's alive. You ain't tripping. You see, the cycle of life works for you because that's what you want until you're the chicken. Then when you're the chicken, it's all this philosophy now. But where's your philosophy for the living things in nature? You don't have it. No. All things that have happened to me, it was just my turn, and it's just my experience. I'm here to experience everything. Now we work on mental things to make our experiences the best, but sometimes shit happens. And when it happens to you, you go through it. It's just your turn. But understand you are in the mind of the all, right? You are in the mind of the supreme. And I thought that y'all said the Lord don't make no mistakes, except when it happens to you. Now it's a mistake. Mm-mm. On your best day, on your worst day, stay in the middle, right? On the most happiest days of your life, rejoice, but don't get too happy. On the worst days of your life, stay middle, right? You never get too high, you never get too low because you are here to experience. Yes, cry, feel it, hurt, feel it, go through it because that's why you're here and you want to feel every single thing. So when it's time for you to transition, you don't come back because there's nothing else for you to feel. Y'all, this is it for me. This next go around, when it's time for me to transition, I'm done here. My work is finished. I don't need to find my mother. I don't need to have a conversation with my father. My child doesn't need to find me. Loved ones don't need to find me. I'm done. This is not all it is, right? There's more than this. And I'm ready for the more. But while I'm here, I'm a ball the fuck out and make millions of dollars, even though the money don't mean anything. And eat food, even though it don't mean anything. Because I'm always gonna stay in the mindset that this is everything and nothing. It's just money. It's just a house. It's just a car. It's just marriage. And when you have that, you, you appreciate it more, right? You love it more, right? Because you understand that it ain't yours, right? So you're not in a conflict with another gender. You're not in conflict with the government. You're not in conflict with capitalism. Whatever you experience is just a mental projection of what's going on inside of you, right? Be wary of anybody that's talking to you and not giving you a mirror. Whatever I'm saying to you, you already have going on in your mind. I'm nothing but a projection of what you already know, and I'm just putting it into words. I'm not waking you up. There's nothing to wake. You're already all knowing already. I am not doing nothing special for you. You don't need me. We are sharing time, right? Because when I'm ready to disappear, I don't owe nobody nothing. Don't look for me. I am out of here. Right? You don't owe me. You don't owe me a like. You don't owe me a share. You don't owe nothing. You know what I'm saying? Vibe out. When you go, take your attention with you. Right? And continue the path. No more, no less. That's it. Continue the path of personal development. If I never see you again, if this is it, this is the last message. Yo, continue the path of personal development. I was just a billboard that you was driving by and you seen. Oh, okay. Right. I ain't leading you nowhere. Right. I'm telling you, go that way. Right. Release me too. Right. So I don't need to go live. So when I come, I'm here because I want to be. Right? You don't need me, Ken. When's the next video? It might not never be one. Or it might be 1,000,000. Who knows? This ain't church. I'm not your leader. You're not a follower. You are the all. We are the same. That's it. Right? And we respect each other's space so you can figure out why you came here now in that body with that parents and me the same, right? And then we meet at the mountaintop and we break bread with knowledge. Hey, what did you learn? Right? And then you share with me, hey, what I'm learned. You know what I'm saying? In between there, we could fuck a little bit. Now, fuck this thing. So let's do one more breathing so we can, right? So what we're gonna do is our quick breaths, right? What we gonna do? We're gonna do our quick breaths, right? Let's do 3, and on the 10, hold it, right? And then release, right? So let's do 3 of them. All right. 1, 2, 3. How you feel? Quick Q&A, right? If you have any questions, you can super chat them or put them in the chat, right? Any questions? Let's do 3 questions real quick based on what we were just talking about. Real quick. Any questions in the chat? Shout out to Goonies Girl. Appreciate you for the $2. I hope all is well with you, my love. Camille Nicole, what's up, love? 199 on the check in. I rock with you more, love. I rock with you more for sure. Appreciate you. All right. All right. So, um, real quick, we do a quick Q&A. I got my kybalion screen. 1 second. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? Shoot them in the chat. If there's no questions, let me know. Just specifically about what we were talking about. Only about that. Only about what we were talking about. Quick questions. Any questions? Okay. All right. So first question is, or Navi, I am the master of butchering somebody's name. I would like advice on how do I not take it personally when someone close to me does something to hurt me. You can feel the hurt. You can feel the hurt, right? There's nothing wrong with feeling it, but then be disconnected at the same time. Like humans hurt each other. The thing is to not take the humanity away from people in your life, right? Just because that's your auntie and just because that's your mom and that's your sister, they're human first, right? They still have self-preservation in them. They still, have traumas. The key is to not see yourself as a victim. It's just your time to be hurt. One of the laws of accountability is you're not a victim. It's just your turn. It's just your turn to be hurt. But at the same time, be honest about, hey, you made me feel a certain type of way. Now, then you decide on what you want to do from there, right? But feel it though. I'm not gonna tell you not feel it. Some shit hurts, right? And especially if it comes from a specific person, But yo, here's how I look at people. Everybody in your life, if they're close to you, imagine what is the worst thing they could do. What is the worst? Already have it in your head that they're capable of it, right? That they'll do it. Even if they won't. But what it does is it doesn't allow you to be in la la land about who people are. People are human. That doesn't mean you won't slap shit out somebody. What I'm saying is don't carry it around and understand that it's just your turn. We want to be special, but we're not. Okay. What are your thoughts about people who decide to unalive themselves? Maybe that's a part of the story. Okay. I would have hated to see a 90-year-old Michael Jackson. His work was done. A lot of us just think being alive is just the thing. You know what I mean? When you have maxed out and there's nothing left for you to grow, especially when you're somebody like a Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston, the shadow you cast on yourself is so big. Everybody doesn't have the ability to pivot into something else. Some people are so great, it's better that they transition in their greatness, right? So, like, we're so afraid of death, we think being alive is what's best for everybody. Some people know what they want. Some people, like, the best thing for them is to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, Whitney passed away at 48. Did you hear her voice when she was gone? She wasn't that. I would have hated for her to continue singing. That's why. Why destroy the legend? For what? Just for our needs? Because we want people to be alive? That's for our selfish shit. But they're not the best anymore. They're just lingering on. So a 90-year-old Michael Jackson, that would have looked awful. That wouldn't have looked good, right? And the Whitney Houston 60, like trying to sing, sounding very mediocre. Nah. So I get it. I get it. All right. How do you know when you truly forgiving your parents or anybody for that matter? Like, do we truly stop being triggered by them? I got Barb over my shoulder, right? I stay triggered by this person. Some days she's a bitch, and then some days, you know, I'm like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But some days she's a bitch. I call my mom a bitch. She dead too. I'm like, you was a bitch. Straight up. What you did, like, you still affected me. That's just me being honest. And I don't go off, oh, but that's your mom. What the fuck does that mean? That's human. What the fuck does that mean? Right? The grace is that I don't need you. I don't need her. I don't need her to be an ancestor of mine. She's free. That's the grace. I don't trying to channel her spirit or call on her, or I don't need her ashes. It wasn't like that. Right. And the grace is, there's days where I can be like, yo, you don't owe me nothing. You know what I'm saying? So uh honest, or the thing is to be honest about the triggers. Like a lot of times we want to heal so bad where we pretend it's not there no more. No, yo. But the thing is, use it as fuel though. Like use the hurt as fuel to drive you to do something dope. Sometimes you can turn the tragedy into triumph. You know what I'm saying? So with moms and dads, you have to look at them as human first. Understand, like, your mama wasn't a virgin, your daddy wasn't a virgin, they was humping, all the nasty shit you was doing, your parents was doing too. We don't like to put our brain there, like, but you have to. So you can see the humanity in them and be like, you know what? Damn, my mom and dad was a human first. And everybody knows your parents different than you do. To your parents, somebody think they not shit. They owe somebody money too. Somebody could have knocked your daddy out. You know what I'm saying? So I trust, beloved Tata. Um, Miss Barb is over my shoulder, and I have my moments where I'm like, yo, lady, ooh, and I ain't supposed to feel like that about a black mother. Man, that's my experience. She's a bitch some days, right? And then other days it's whatever, but she's dead, and that's is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still going through the healing journey of it, but man, I'm being honest about how I feel, and it's days where there ain't no grace. It's just smoke. You did shit to me, and my child has the right to feel the same way. If he feel like I got something wrong, that's cool. I ain't here to hide nothing from my child. I ain't here to be a super dad. None of that. He's allowed to judge me fairly. Whatever you see, that's your story, son. And I will never take that from you. Right? My only thing is be careful with the judgment, because you will become everything you dislike about me. So whatever I got wrong, you just improve on the design. So that's what I would say about that. Shout out to Mercy Me on the super chat. $4.99. What's the best way to deal with family members with different ideologies and you trying to enforce or reinforce their way of thinking to you? Okay, it's a great one. All right, good question. When you're with family members, mirror your family. If they Muslim, be Muslim. If they Christian, be Christian. Let me tell you why. When you are the enlightened one, your job is to reflect light. As an enlightened individual, if you're dealing with the occult, numerology, astrology, cosmology, if you are dealing with these shadow sciences, it is not your job to go into Thanksgiving at your granny's house trying to tell them about conquistadors and how today is a genocidal holiday. Your ass gonna be eating by yourself, right? Nah, you go in and you reflect light. It's not your job to go change what they think. In fact, reflect that. Reflect the light, right? What do you think? Don't worry about what I think. Keep your ideologies at the crib, right? That's a master. A master is no one really know where you at, right? Until they know, right? So I remember real quick, I was at a friend of mine's house. My dumb ass is 20 years ago. Just I'm conscious. I'm so disrespectful though, right? I'm in these people's house, in these people's house, right? Um, and I'm protesting Thanksgiving, right? And they're church people, and I'm like, I don't eat, and like looking like a weirdo. And I wind up being in a room by myself, standing on shit, everybody laughing, playing games. I'm up in the room, self-righteous, think I'm really like, yeah, man, because this is a genocidal holiday. And my dumb ass should have been right down playing Connect Four with everybody, but you're young and you don't know, right? But when you go with people, when you're enlightened, you reflect the light off of you, right? So people like vanity, so they like to see themselves. So that's why it's good to know about everybody's thing. When I'm with Christians, I don't try to convince them that Jesus was not a historical character or Jesus is Horus and there have been 10 crucifixion stories and Zoroastrianism. Nah. Okay, cool. I'm fluid in the Bible, so I reflect light, right? When I'm with Muslims, all right, bro, you on your deen and all that. I let them share their religion with me, and then that's how you master it, and then you'll have so many different variations of beliefs in your phone from different humans, but nobody really know where you stand. That's what it is. No one got to know what you think. Let me see real quick. I missed some super chats. I got time for like two more questions. Um, okay. Let me see. How do you switch lenses quicker from player one to director to right? The thing is to have multiple windows open at the same time. Depending on what culture you come from, they teach you to think binary, this, that, up, down, left, right? But you want to have windows open at the same time. Director, writer, film, script, right? You want to have these windows open simultaneously so you can hop in different windows at one time because you're the director, you're the script writer, the film, right? You have to go change the projection. You have to change things based off new information that you know. You're the actor, but even with the actor, sometimes you have to disassociate so you can watch yourself be the actor. That's big. If you don't really know how you look until you see yourself. When you're the actor, you're associated with whatever's going on. You have to disassociate at times so you can see what you look like. A lot of y'all wouldn't do a lot of things you do or say the things you say if you knew what you look like, right? When I'm talking people, sometimes I'll look at them and try to look at. I wonder what I look like too. How do I sound to them? Right? You should ask people that's close to you that you'll know to give you an honest thing and be ready for the end. Hey, how do I sound to you when I talk? Like, be honest. How do I make you feel? Like, how? That's how you audit because you can't see yourself, so you have to disassociate. Let me see. Super chat. Shout out to Canary for the 5. Appreciate you, beloved. Defelder coming through again with the 4.99. Helping me release, especially doing the breath work. Yo, you're the all, right? You are the all. Okay. All right, I'll take this last one. Speaking of religion, do you believe that two people can be together that believe different things, specifically Christian and the one that's spiritual? I think it's not necessarily about the religious philosophy, it's the character of the people. If the character of the people are the same, they can make it work. See, if the character is the same, if the character is rooted in like some dope values, then y'all can be the same. So you can be with a Muslim and you're Christian, because both philosophies speak about discipline, if y'all don't argue about the theology part and the semantics, but the discipline, the fasting, the taking care of orphans, helping widows, philanthropy. Like if you don't get caught up in the cultural things of that Christianity is taking place in Greece and Corinth and Paul's letters, and you don't get caught up in a lot of the culture that bled into the Quran from the Middle East, yeah, you could be together. Now, for people, I think it's a little harder for people to be together that is religious, and you're dealing with somebody that is more like new age or spiritual. Like that's probably a little difficult because uh, deeply religious people are very superstitious. So they look at astrology like that's evil, or they look at numerology as evil, or holistic approaches as evil. And that'll be hard for you to be together with somebody if your approach to healing is herbs and teas and Reiki, and their approach is to believe what the doctor says. But I, if people really want to be together, they will. For real, you'll figure out how to make it work. All right. All right. What do you think about love for the world when you're aware that most don't care? Okay. All right. What do you think about love for the world when you're aware that most don't care? I think I understand what you mean. Okay. What do you think about love for the world when you're aware that most don't care? Um, I think what other people feel about it don't matter, right? Um, I I don't. World is whatever you're doing, right? World is word. So world is whatever you are experiencing. The earth is not the world, right? The earth is just separate from the world. World is your experience. I love my experience, right? So I love my experience so much that I don't allow people to impose their experience on mine, right? So I'm not waking up every day thinking the police are trying to kill me or racism is stopping me. That's not my world. However, someone else's world, I can't speak to that, right? And I don't expect anyone to be caring of my world, right? Because it's mine, right? And your world is based on your words. So whatever words you use, whatever words you're thinking, that's the world that you're creating. Okay. Um, deep breath. One more time. If you would like to follow up, go ahead and scan the QR code. Go ahead and put yourself on my calendar. If you would like to, you know, more insights on some of my views and how you can use them in your own life to become a better man, woman, more official in relationships. Whatever you're wrong, go ahead and put yourself on my schedule. Um, Also, the Wednesday, the 12th, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will begin our Wounded Healer series, and that is strictly for my members. Um, and that is a new series we're going to start. So we're going to have two series going on, one in 3D, one in the shadow. The Wounded Healer series is for those that are want to deal in the shadow, and that's only for the members on YouTube or Facebook. And all you got to do is click the join button. If not, that's fine. We have 6 more to go in our kybalion series. Today was all is mind, the universe is mental. If you got something from today, if you enjoyed yourself, go ahead and press 7 in the chat. If you got something from the conversation, if you felt like you dope, if you're gonna come back again, go ahead and press 7 in the chat. So remember, it is 7 laws of hermetics. No. Matter of fact, I'm lying. It's 8. So I read 7 to you, but there's one that they didn't mention. The one that they didn't mention is a interesting law. It's a law that not everybody can understand and not everybody can get. The other laws are natural laws that you can study. But the 8th law is an 8th law that's specific to me. The 8th law is I will forever be a nigga with waves. I don't care if it's the summertime, if it's the winter time, 4th of July. I don't care what's going on. Make one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. I'm always gonna be a